Welcome to the creative room. Yes, we have an interesting thing we're going to be learning today, and it's the skirt basic block, and this is going to be the conclusion of our basic blocks before we now start going into other things. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Ola, creative director, writer of creations, and director of training, writer of Fashion Academy. Once again, you're welcome, and if you're new to this channel, please hit the red subscription button and don't forget to click the notification bell so that when we post videos, you'll be the first to be notified. Alright, like I said, today we are going to learn how to draft the skirt block. It's very simple, trust me. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, I already have my paper marked out, but I'm going to explain to you how I got this. Now remember, this is a skirt block, and the biggest part of my body, of my waist to the knee, is my hip. That's the circumference, is my hip. Okay, so my hip is bigger than my waist. So how I got this width and my length is length 22, so I'm using 22 inches. That's my skirt to the knee length. That's 22 inches. Now for my width, what I did was to divide my hip circumference by 2. Now my hip is 34. 34 divided by 2 is 14. Okay? 14. Sorry, 34 divided by 2 is 17. Sorry about that, alright? So 17 plus 1 inch, that's for ease. Not same allowance, just for ease. So 1 inch for ease. That is what I have here. So that's why I have 18 inches here. So if you come down to this place as well, you have 18 inches. And if you check the length, you have 22 inches here. You have 22 inches here. So once I got my width, I just got the midpoint of my hip. So my width is 18 inches, so the midpoint is 9, as you can see here. So I got the midpoint, and that is how I got the square you're seeing here. Alright, so this place is serving as a waistline. Okay, this is my waistline. Alright, now the next thing we are going to do now is, and I'm using this point, this part, as my center back, while I'm using this place as my center front. Okay, alright, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to get my hip depth. That's my waist to hip measurement. Now for me, I make use of 8. Sometimes I use 7 too, or if you're a plus size, you can use between 8 and 9 inches. Alright, so for today I'm going to be using 8 inches. So for my waist to my waist to hip measurement is 8 inches. I just marked that. I'm going to repeat the same thing for this part as well, and I'm going to come here and mark the same. Alright, so I will connect with a straight line like so. Alright, so this is what I have. Alright, so this makes up my hip line. This is our hip line. Alright, and this is the hem. The hem. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to insert the dart. Okay, alright, from the center you start the measurement. Now, how do you get your dart point? The bust span divided by 2. The bust span divided by 2. So my bust span divided by 2 is 3.5 inches. I'm going to mark that here. Alright, so I'm going to come down from that line by 4 inches. Alright, so I'm going to mark my 4 inches, and I'll check if I still have my 3.5 correctly here. Alright, okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to connect. Alright, so to each side of this line, I'm going to mark half of an inch to each side of the line. Half inch here, half inch here. I mean to the left and the right, half inch each. Alright, so I'm going to connect like so. what I have. Now I'm going to proceed to the back. Now for the back, I'm also going to get my bust band measurement. That's my 3.5. Then I'll come down by 5 inches. Now the length of the back skirt of the back guard is longer than that of the front. Okay. So having marked that, I will just connect like so. Alright. So to each side of the line as well, I'm going to mark ½ inch like so. Alright, then I'll connect as well. I'll connect. Then I'll connect, okay? Now that we've done that, the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to come down by 1 inch from my center front. That is this line running down on this part here. So I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Then before then, I'm going to measure my waist measurement. Now my waist is 29. 29 divided by 4 is 7.25. Okay, or 7 and a quarter. That's 7.25. I'm going to mark it. Then I'm going to add 1 inch. That is the 1 inch for my dart. So I'm going to return it back to this side. Alright. So I'm going to come to my hip as well. My hip divided by 4 is 8.5. As I told you, my hip is 34. So the 34 divided by 4 is 8.5. So I'm going to mark that. Having done that, I'll connect from that point. To the waist. That's it, from the waist to the hip. Okay, so I'll repeat the same thing for the back. That's 7.25 plus 1 inch. Then I'll come to my hip as well and mark my 8.5. Then I'll also connect that the slice cord for my waist and my hip, as you can see. Alright, okay, so having done that, the next thing I'm going to do is the hem. You know, most times we like to wear pencil skirts as straight. If you don't want the hem to be firm, to be more firm than the hip, then you can simply just transfer the same measurement you have in your hip. You just transfer it to the hem. That's 8.5. You mark it here, and then you connect with a straight line. But for me, I would love it to have a nice shape, and that's the way it should be anyway. Alright, so and you are going to be deducting what you have 1 inch from what you have in your hip. Now I have 8.5 on my hip line, so for my hem, I'm going to deduct 1 inch from my 8.5, so I'm going to be left with 7.5. So I'm going to mark it. I will repeat the same thing for the back. Then I'll pick up my spatula and connect. So I'm going to connect like so. Alright, from the hip, the hip to the hem. Alright, so you repeat the same thing for the back. Alright, so this is what I have. So I'm having a nice shape here. So by the time I wear this skirt, it's going to come out nice. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is to, I already marked, there's a 1 inch I extend the other time. You mark 1 inch down on the center front. From this line, you just mark 1 inch down, and then from the waist here, that's from the waist, the connection we made here from the waist to the hip, you just come up by 0.75, that's 3/4 of an inch. Come up by 3/4 of an inch, just extend the line. That's 3/4 of an inch. So having done that, then you connect with a slice cord from that point to the 1 inch point. The 1 inch we just drew down now, that we just took down at the center point. We just connect straight to that 1 inch. Don't forget, I said with a slice cord, just like so. Alright, so you repeat the same thing, or well, not the same thing actually, but for here, we come up as well by 3/4 of an inch, that's 0.75. Okay, so you connect as well, you extend the line to meet up with the 0.75 and so, alright? Having done that, you just connect back to the line. Now you're not coming down from the center back. You're not coming down from the center back. You're just going to connect from this 3/4 of an inch back to the line, as in back to the original line, okay, for the back. So this is what we have for the back. You connect back to the original line. Why this? You come down, that's for the front. You come down. The front waist is lower than the back waist. So you come down by 1 inch right for the back. You blend your 3/4 of an inch back to the waist line. Alright? Okay, so that is how to do your skirt block. Very, very simple. So that's this. So this here we have our front. This is the side seam front, and here is the side seam back, and that is the whole. So just what's up? Alright, thanks so much for joining me into this class. It's nice again hanging out with you. Thank you so much. Let me know how you feel about this lesson in the comment section. Thank you. See you in the next class.